Europe has a number of endemic animals that play an important role in the history, mythology, and culture of the region. Here are some endemic animals of Europe that have strong historical or symbolic significance in European history. 1. European lynx, lynx, significance in history and culture. The European lynx is one of the largest wild cats endemic to Europe, and is often associated with mystery and wisdom in various European cultures. In Greek mythology, lynxes are associated with mysterious traits and the ability to see hidden things, perhaps due to their keen eyesight. The lynx is also often a symbol of courage and resilience in folklore. Historical role. Lynx once expanded throughout Europe, but their populations declined due to poaching and habitat loss. In recent decades, lynx has become a symbol of nature conservation and the species restoration efforts. 2. European bison, Bison bonasus. Significance in history and culture. The European bison is a symbol of power and freedom in many European cultures, especially in the eastern and central regions of Europe. Bison is often seen as a symbol of fertility and sustainability of nature. In Slavic mythology, bison is considered a sacred creature that symbolizes the power of the wild. Historical role. European bison nearly became extinct in the 20th century due to overhunting and habitat loss. However, with conservation efforts, they are now rebreeding in some parts of Europe, and their presence symbolizes efforts to preserve nature and success in fighting extinction. 3. European brown bear, Ursus arctos. Significance in history and culture. The brown bear has become a symbol of courage and strength in many European cultures. In Norse mythology, bears are often considered animals that possess magical powers. In many European folklore, bears are often associated with the power of nature and the ability to resist great challenges. Historical role. Bears were once widespread throughout Europe, but they were nearly extinct in many parts of Europe in the 19th century due to poaching. However, since the end of the 20th century, brown bears have returned to some areas of Europe, especially in the Alps and the Balkans, thanks to successful conservation programs. 4. Sturgeonfish, Acapenser sturio. Significance in history and culture. The sturgeon, which comes from the great rivers of Europe, especially in the northern and western regions of Europe, has become a symbol of abundance and prosperity in many European cultures. In European history, sturgeon roe processed into caviar was a luxurious food, associated with high class and a status symbol. Historical role. Sturgeons were a very important species in medieval European economies and beyond, but their populations declined drastically due to overhunting and habitat destruction. They are now an important symbol in river conservation efforts and the protection of endangered species. 5. Przewalski horse, Equus ferus przewalski. Significance in history and culture. The Przewalski horse is the last remaining wild horse in the world and is a symbol of endurance and vitality. In European history, they were once considered a symbol of the untamed wild and have been part of the nomadic culture of the European steppes and Central Asia. Historical role. The horse is naturally native to what is now Mongolia and has been successfully restored through conservation programs in Europe, having previously been declared extinct in the wild. They symbolize success in the conservation of rare species and are important in efforts to protect biodiversity. 6. Raven, Corvus corax. Significance in history and culture. The crow is a bird of great importance in European mythology, especially in the Nordic tradition. The crow is a faithful companion of the god Odin in Norse mythology, where this bird symbolizes wisdom and hidden knowledge. In folklore, crows are often thought of as messengers from the spirit world. Historical role. Although crows are widespread throughout Europe, their presence has always been viewed with respect and fear in various cultures. The crow is a symbol of mystery, change, and death in European mythology and history. 7. Sea blue crab, Carcinus minus. Significance in history and culture. The sea blue crab is a symbol of coastal life and is an important part of European coastal culture, particularly in regions such as England and France. In some regions, crabs are part of culinary traditions and a symbol of marine fertility. Historical role. Although not a rare animal, the sea blue crab has a long history as a valuable food along the coasts of Europe. However, in some places, they are considered a threat due to their ability to damage marine ecosystems if their numbers are not controlled. 8. European viper snake. Brush vipera. Significance in history and culture. The European viper snake is often considered a symbol of danger and death, but also hidden wisdom and knowledge. In some European mythology, snakes are seen as a symbol of transition or transformation. Historical role. The European viper is the only species of venomous snake in the UK and several other European countries. Although this snake rarely harms humans, it has been revered and shunned in European mythology and folklore. These animals not only play a role in natural history and conservation, but also hold an important place in European mythology, folklore, and culture. They reflect the human connection to nature and the symbolic power they carry in their respective cultures.